Hi everyone, and welcome back to another Food and Fun Friday with another new recipe. We've got some keto style French toast, and this would have been in yesterday's slideshow, so I hope you got a chance to view that, make it, and sit down with me today as I do my one meal, do some scripture reading, and also tell you a story. But for starters, if you're new to this channel, go ahead and subscribe, hit the notification bell underneath that so you're notified whenever I upload a new video. Share around this channel, please, and help my channel to grow. And definitely shoot me a thumbs up if you love all these Food and Fun Fridays. Stay tuned, everyone. Friday, everyone. Great to see you. Great to be back in. And I just love doing these food and fun videos with you guys. Do some teaching, do some scripture reading, do a story time. It's always so much fun. And I always do it with a new recipe for you guys so you can, be looking through all my playlist under my keto style mukbang and recipes and be getting great ideas for doing the keto diet. I myself have been doing it since November 5th of 2015. November 4th of 2015. And in a short, just under 17 months, I lost over 170 plus pounds and been maintaining that out ever since. I was 2 pounds shy of 300 pounds, and I now sit between 138 and 142. Give myself a little bit of playroom there, but I've maintained that out for over 4 years, you guys, and I've done just keto the whole time. I got to up the calories. Sometimes I do OMAD. Ever since this pandemic hit, I've been doing OMAD, 1 meal a day. That's what that means. And I just get all my calories in the one meal. And then on Sundays, I break that and I just do whatever I want throughout the day, whenever I want to eat and break the fast. I'm still staying keto though. But for the first year in the pandemic, I did 7 days a week. I did that. And when I first started the ketogenic diet, I didn't incorporate any fasting until about 2 months in. I wanted to get good and fat adapted. So if you're first starting out, get good and fat adapted. And then, about 6 to 8 weeks when you are and you're feeling that great energy and all that, then go ahead and start incorporating small windows. Just work up to 16 hours, a really great window where you eat 2 meals a day, a little snack. And then you go from 8 o'clock at night until noon the next day. And then you have your few meals again and just keep doing it like that. And that's how I did it through the whole journey, was 16 hours. After that, I started incorporating OMAD. I was doing alternate day fasting where I went 40 hours, no food every other day. And then on the days I did eat, then I was incorporating more calories. My calorie for maintenance for me is between, right there at 1,800. Sometimes I'll do as low as 15, but I don't really need to sit there. It's just sometimes it's what I make and if I'm not hungry enough for it. But basically around 18 to 2,000, and I maintain my weight there. And I really try hard to get it in the one meal when I'm doing 1 meal a day. I had to work up to that though. It took time. So I couldn't really just do 1 meal. I had to work up, do a couple of meals, maybe a 4-hour window to do a couple meals to be able to get in 1,800 to 2,000. Anything over that, I would start to gain unless I'm doing alternate day fasting. Then I actually still lose at 2,300 calories. I have to eat about that much or I will start to lose weight. And I'm not trying to lose anymore. I'm 45 years of age and I love sitting around the 138 to 142. I was a 3X and a size 26 jean. I now wear a 2 to 4 jean. Well, it was a 24 to a 26 and a 3X, sometimes even a 4X in a shirt because I had a lot in my stomach area. And now I wear between a 2 and a 4 in jean, shorts and all that, small to extra small in leggings and all of that. And a shirt would be small to extra small. Sometimes I may have to buy a medium depending on where I get it from, but that's no bigger than a medium is what I would go with because I really like the small. But sometimes if you get a crop top or something, you might want it in a medium. But yeah, I can't believe that at my age. So, I'm always here to help and teach. I don't want to make this video too long because I do talk and I'm repetitive in a lot of videos. I know you guys are new teaching the keto. If you do need help, I do link down in this description box my email. Email me and I would love to help you out. I know a few people will come in here in the comments. If it's just a small question, I can answer it for you. But if you have a lot more, questions, please come in and email me, because I do have to ask some personal questions of you to help you to get set up on, like the keto diet. If you're wanting help with that, knowing how to, track macros and all that, which site I used. I did use the MyFitnessPal. That's what I used. I don't anymore because I kind of know how to do it. I've been doing it for over, almost 6 years. This November will be 6 years. So I basically know how to do everything. I still measure and everything, but I do know I don't need the app anymore. But in the beginning I did. It was MyFitnessPal I did. But anyways, if you have questions, please, it'd just be easier to come in there and ask me questions and I'll get back to you. Now, hopefully by the time you guys see this video, I would have gotten back to the 2 people that needed me. Like I said, I had my dad going through so much. Not only did he have problems and had a toe amputated, they thought they would have to amputate more. His potassium level went so high, he ended up in a hospital. They said he could have had a heart attack. Then after that, he got to go home when they lowered that down from the antibiotics he was taking for his toe. That's what raised the potassium. He then had super high blood pressure. His blood pressure was going high. So it was just one thing after another. My neighbor, who I was very close to where I live, almost here 2 years, got really close to her, and she just recently moved. Another friend of mine had to go to Texas to be with her cousin. And so I've just been trying to spend some time with these people too, because they're leaving. And that's why I haven't had a chance to get back to you guys. I'm still a wife, and, still have things to do. And I still have my family life and my friend life and all that. So hopefully by the time you see this video, I would have gotten back to you. I hope I did. If not, I promise I'll get back to you. But I know by this video, I would have. So, but let's, we'll go on to our scripture reading first, putting God first. And then, like I said, if you need any help, I've helped over 3,000 people get their life back, and I'd love to help you. Don't worry, to come in and ask me. Things are calming down now. Things are starting to relax. So I will be able to help you. Like I said, sometimes though, and I will come in and explain to you if I'm in a situation where I can't help you right at that moment. But I'd love to help you. If you want to know more about this journey and you want to, know how to do it and really have success, I will teach you exactly how to do it. I was taught by a keto doctor, 2 keto nutritionists, my brother who teaches this as a personal job, and then, professional job, and all the studying and reading I've done myself. I've been almost 6 years in, so I know a lot about keto now. So, and I've had pure success. So anyways, I am not a doctor nor a nutritionist, but I know a lot. So if you want help, I'm your gal. But always, always, always seek out your doctor and talk to your doctor before starting any diet regimen, and make sure it's okay with that, your doctor as well. All right, let's read our words of Jesus for women, putting God first. And today we are on Let Your Light Shine, Matthew 5:16. Let your light shine before others, that they may see your good deeds and glorify your Father in heaven. I'll read that one more time. Let your light shine before others, that they may see your good deeds and glorify your Father in heaven. I almost wanted to say heavenly. Goes on to say, when you ask Jesus to be your Savior, his light begins to shine through you because he is the light of the world. Jesus said to let your light shine. What does that look like? You show love to others, even people who aren't your friends. You lift others up and help them succeed. You put others before yourself. Your goal is not praise for how great you are. When people know that you are a Christian. Okay, let me reread that part. I'm not putting the periods in the right. It's that ring light. It blinds me. You put others before yourself. The goal is not praise for how great you are. When people know that you are a Christian and they see the light of your love and kind deeds shining, then they give credit for it to God. Your light is a witness to God. So again, that's talking more about like humbling yourself and not, wanting the praise and glory for helping somebody, such as me helping you with the keto diet or bringing you to the Lord, getting your salvation, all that. I don't need the glory. God needs the glory, because it's God who spoke through me, giving me these verses that are the beautiful Bibles, verses of the Bible that he had his men write. And so when I do that, I don't want the credit for it. Give it all to God. God is the one that he gets the credit. Look at what he did, sending his son to die for us. Jesus gets the credit as well. That man sacrificed everything so we could have our salvation. And he was innocent. He did nothing wrong, shed his innocent blood for us. He could have came down off that cross at any time, but he stayed up there. And his last dying words were, God forgive them, for they know not what they do. And then it is done. It was done. He was able to, cast all the sins of the world. If we believe, ask, repent and ask for forgiveness, we are forgiven and we have salvation and we have eternal life in heaven. So right here is a great one. When you are a Christian, your light is going to shine through. God's going to let it shine through, like it says here, because Jesus is the light of the world. And so when Jesus is in you, the Holy Spirit's in you, God's in you, the light is going to show through, and people are going to want to know, you're just different. I want to know things, about your life, and I can really feel the power of God around you, and I want to know more. I mean, I brought an atheist to Christ because she could just feel that through me, that, that love of God and everything. And the love of God is so amazing. So try to get, incorporate God into your life, believe that his son died on the cross, and get your salvation and just live a much better life. Yes, the devil's going to attack you when you're walking with God, because now your salvation is given to God. He knows you're going to heaven. So he's going to try to attack in every way he can just to hurt you while you're here on earth. This isn't our earthly home. We're just here passing through, but our earthly home is in heaven if you believe and have your salvation. So the devil wants to try to steal, kill, and destroy. Don't let him. Rebuke him. Tell him to get, behind you in Jesus' name. Tell him to leave, but he will keep coming back and irritating you. Just keep telling him to leave, but try to be the light of the world, that you can be, talking about God and preaching his good word to everybody and bring as many people to Christ as we can. So that's why it says, let your light shine. The bottom says, God is light. God is light. In him, there is no darkness at all. If we claim to have fellowship with him and yet walk in the darkness, we lie and do not live out the truth. But if we walk in the light as he is in the light, we have fellowship with one another, and the blood of Jesus, his son, purifies us from all sin. 1 John 1:5-7. See, it purifies us from all sin. So, just like I'm saying, get right, get your salvation, and get that personal relationship with Jesus. On that personal level, getting on your knees, praying to him, reading the scriptures that his father wrote, and read them, and get that personal, beautiful relationship with Jesus, because we can't get to heaven without going through Jesus first. We can't get to his father. So get that personal relationship with him and be the light, let your light shine. Let it shine. Be proud, be bold, go boldly to the throne. Be bold and talk about God. Don't be embarrassed to talk about God, because if you are, Jesus will be embarrassed of you. Don't be embarrassed. Tell the whole world about our gracious, merciful God. Start your day, go through your day, and end your day with Life's Manual, the Holy Bible. Read it, study it, get a personal relationship with Jesus, opening up this book and reading it. And just, every time you read it, you're going to get something different from it. It's just amazing. Challenge yourself to do a 30-day challenge of the New Testament, a 60-day challenge to do the Old Testament, challenge to do the whole Bible. Just read it. You're going to love it. You got wisdom chapters. Job is wisdom. Job is a wisdom chapter. Ecclesiastes is a wisdom chapter, and Proverbs. Read a Proverbs a day. There's 31 of them, so it matches the day of the week. If there's 31 days, read all 31. If there's only 28, like in February, or 29, read that and start over again. And every time you read, you're going to get something new that matches for that day for you. You're going to get something out of it. But just read the whole Bible. You're going to love it, especially the New Testament. I love the New Testament, talking about when Jesus walked this earth, died for us, all of that, and all that he did, and all his disciples, and all the work that they did for him. It's just amazing. So really pick it up and read it. Don't let this book collect dust. There's many people in the world would give anything to have a Bible, but they can't where they live in other countries. We live in the United States of America, and we have our freedoms, and we get to have a Bible. So pick it up and read it, and study it, and try to bring as many people to the Lord as you can. Hope you guys enjoyed those verses, and always remember to get that close personal relationship with the Lord. All right, I'm going to go ahead and do a story. I'm going to take a couple bites of this first, and then I'll do a story. I think I'm going to do, I'll probably do that one. I have to write them down because sometimes I forget. All right, for my one meal today, I've got my French toast, which is done in that keto bread that I get from Aldi's. This is the wheat one, but you can do, or it's the what is it? The whole grain multi-seed. I think it's the whole grain multi-seed one. But they make different breads now, even in Walmart. I haven't found it myself because I haven't looked, but they make like different breads, like even a white bread and stuff like that. So you can find a good bread and just, it's a keto bread, find a bread. And I think Costco even has bread and stuff like that if you got a membership. So do any kind of bread you want. But I'm doing the Aldi one that says 0 carb. It's not. It's 4 net carbs a slice. And if you are new to my channel, when you see something 0, you really got to know the true, is it really 0? When you read the ingredients and stuff, I know how to calculate all that because I was taught professionally. So I know that they're actually 4 net carbs a slice, not 0. They're not 0. Now, there is a bread from Walmart that somebody sent me that is truly 1 net. It says 1 net on it. That one truly is 1 net. I did the calculations and that one is, and I think it's a white bread. If I'm not mistaken. Tammy, I think you're the one that came in. So Tammy, if you see this video, let me know where you got that bread, what kind of bread was it, and was it a white bread or was it wheat? What kind was it, and do they have different, flavors? Let me know about that. So I'm having 2 pieces of that, which would be 8 net carbs. I've got the stevia on it. I think I did a teaspoon or a tablespoon of the stevia over the top after I made it, which it was in the mixture too, the egg mixture to do the French toast. Just look back at yesterday's video. And I'll list it down in this box too, how to make it in my description box. But I did a little bit of the stevia. It's a powdered stevia on the top, and then some sugar-free. First buttered it while it was hot, buttered it, put some sugar-free stevia powder on it. It's a powdered sugar. And then a 4th cup of not quite a 4th cup. I don't ever use that much, but that sugar-free Log Cabin sugar-free syrup. And then I've got 3 eggs here. I've got 3 pieces of bacon. I've got 4 cherry tomatoes with some ranch dressing, salt, and pepper, but it's pink salt and pepper. Always use pink salt or sea salt, never table salt on keto. And then I've got a yogurt here. I'm going to do the Too Good vanilla with a half serving of the pecans. I'm doing one of the Quest peanut butter cups. I love these. I'm going to do those to give me extra fat because it's 1 meal. And then I've got a Earl Grey decaffeinated tea with sugar-free creamer. I'm doing a hazelnut sugar-free powdered creamer. I use the powdered one. And then I've got MCT oil to give me more fat in there. And I'm just doing a water this time. And this would be 8, nothing there for the bacon or the eggs. So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I got 17 net carbs here. That's it, you guys, 17 carbs, but a nice amount of fat here, a good amount of fat, especially in maintenance mode. If you are going into this diet, and I'll explain this just real quick, if you're doing it and you're trying to lose weight, you're in weight loss mode, you don't want to incorporate a lot of fat. It is 20%, let's say I'll go 20% protein, 75% fat, 5% carb is how that makes up your 100% value of your calorie deficit for the day. Your carb, your protein, and your fat is what makes up your calories, okay? You don't have to meet the carb macro. You can do 20 or less. Don't do 20 or more though. 20 or less because you want to get into a state of ketosis, which is just a big word for fat burning mode. So you always want the carb 20 or less, and you can even do net carb, which is just deducting dietary fiber off of veggies and stuff, or things like off of alcohol, sugars, and stuff like that, like on these treats. You could deduct like if it's allulose, monk fruit, stevia leaf, allulose, you can deduct those ones off of there, and also the fiber on there, and you deduct it, and then you get, like, this is only 1 net carb. These ones here, and I love these. They taste just like the real peanut butter cups to me. They do. I love them. My friend Jennifer does too. She'll vouch for it. But you get 2 cups in here for only 1 net carb. Now, if somebody counts total carb, well, you wouldn't be able to eat these then because the total carb on them, well, you could. It's 13. 13 total carb, but almost used up your carbs for the day when you only get 20. So some people do total carb. I've always been a net carber. All right. And so with all of that, like I said, I've got 17 carbs here, but a good amount of fat with the bacon because I'm, like I was saying, if you're in it for weight loss, though, that 5%, you don't have to meet that 20. You want to go 20 or lower to be in a state of ketosis. And then the fat, 75%, I think is like around 150 to 200 grams of fat. You wouldn't have to eat that if you have body fat. Just don't go any lower than 75 grams. You want to do 75 to like 100 grams and then kind of work your way down, from like the 100 grams, like maybe 110 if you're very obese. You could maybe be doing the 110, 120, but don't do the amount they tell you. Go lower and lower. And then as you're losing weight, getting to where I did, like the last 10 pounds, it can get very frustrating. So I dropped it down to like 75 grams of fat, really, really low, to get the rest off, use my body fat, and that will act as your energy source. I promise you that, as all your vitamins and everything you need. But it only works for keto. No other diet could you do that. Could you drop that low in calories and all of that? It wouldn't be good. But let's, watch the fat with that. Don't do the fat intake. But the protein is the most important. You need 20% of your value of protein every day, which is half your current body weight. You weigh 300 pounds, you need 150 grams of protein a day. You weigh 200 pounds, you need 100 grams of protein a day. Make sure you get that in. If you're working out, you need even more, maybe 120, 150 grams. You need even more protein if you're working out. You don't want to lose your hair. You don't want things to, get like fatigue. You don't want your nails to be brittle. You just don't want any of that. So keep the protein at 20%. That's the most important. And then when you get to maintenance like me, you will need the fat. Then if you don't have a lot of fat in your body, you do need the 75% fat then, and still 20 carbs or less. So let's go ahead and eat. My food always gets cold because I talk so much. I haven't had a breakfast for dinner for a long time. But let's try this French toast because this is the star of the show. is the French toast. And I have not made, I hope I didn't do it already for my channel. I don't think I did because I didn't know about bread for a long time. We finally got bread, but doesn't that look delicious? Let's see. Oh my God. Oh, I like that crispiness too because I cooked it in coconut oil. Wow, that is total French toast. I used to make a pancake that was cream cheese, egg, and cinnamon, and that kind of tasted like French toast. And we'd add the butter to it and all that, and I just mix it up in my bullet, pour it in a pan, and it turned out like a pancake. But it tasted more like French toast. But now we got real French toast here, you guys. And I love the crispiness of the coconut oil. I just used a tablespoon of coconut oil, made my mixture. It was the egg, it was vanilla extract, it was some stevia in there, it was cinnamon, and I just mixed it, and then I put my toast in it on both sides, flipped it over, and then cooked it in the hot oil. And then when I took it out, like I said, I buttered it with real butter, or a tablespoon, just between the two. And then I did some powdered stevia, I think, like I said, like a half, or like a teaspoon. And then I did a little less than a fourth cup. As a fourth cup is for your syrup, as a fourth cup for a serving. I don't always do that much, but you can go up to a fourth cup per serving. So just watch how many you're doing. You know, you can do more than a fourth cup if you want. Just count how many you're doing. This tastes so good. Oh my God, I haven't had French toast for so long. And this was to give credit to my son. My son one day was having French toast. And he's not on keto, but he was having French toast. And I said, I'm going to make keto style French toast. I haven't done it for my channel because I used to do that pancake that tasted like French toast. But now we have real French toast. So I wanted to share that with you guys. And like I said, look at the slideshow from yesterday so you know how to make it. Super easy. I just do a quick little run through slideshow. I do a voiceover talking on it. And I just, whip it up real quick. It's like a 2 to 3 minute video. It shows you how to make it. And then you can make it the next day and sit down with me and enjoy a meal with me. Well, I do a healthy mukbang keto eating show. And tell you guys a story, read some scriptures and all that. And we get to chat. Wow, crunchy bacon. Take a sip of our tea. But like I said, good source of fat, because we've got the bacon. I cooked with the bacon grease. I cooked my eggs in that. We got the French toast that was cooked in coconut oil. We got the nuts that are a good fat. We got ranch dressing. So yeah, I got a good source of fat here, a good amount. And then of course fat in this. This fat would be a dirtier fat in the bar. Dirtier fat with the ranch dressing. But the bacon and the eggs and all that, that's good for you. Coconut oil, MCT oil, excellent. All right. Story time. I'm going to go ahead and tell you the story when my son almost got beat up. When he was only 16 or 17 years old, there were some ladies that were down the hill from where we lived, and they were drunk, and they were coming up from the bar. And yeah, they went to go after my son, and when I heard that, Mama Bear was right in the middle of a pedicure of myself. I was doing a pedicure, and I ran out the door barefoot when I heard that somebody was attacking that went after my son. First off, they were grown adults, and my son was only 16 or 17 at the time. But anyways, all right, so here's how it started. My son was out hanging out with his friends up at a basketball court where we lived. And he, it was getting dark, and they closed the basketball where I used to live. At 9:30, they closed it down because the lady that lives right there can hear all that noise. So 9 or 9:30, the managers would close it down. And that was my aunt and uncle. They were the managers. They closed it down, but my son stayed out to hang out with his friends. He was 16 or 17 years old, so he's still out with his friends, hanging out, chilling, and having fun. And they had gotten, they had all bought themselves laser beam. Those laser beams, that you point out, and you can see it goes pretty far, whatever. And they always tell you, be careful not to put it in somebody's eyes and everything. Nobody was doing that. They were just aiming at the window down below. The building down below. They were just aiming it at that. And it was the back of the buildings, too. They're just aiming it at the buildings. And we heard afterwards, 3 of these girls got kicked out of the bar because they were so drunk. They got kicked out of the bar. So they already were causing trouble. They were drunk and causing trouble. Oh my God, this French toast is good. But anyways, they seen the kids and my son flashing those lights, but they weren't flashing their eyes. They were just flashing it on the building. They wanted to see how far it would reach, the building. Well, these girls came running up. There was 3. They came running up and went after my son and the other 2 there was a couple that were younger than my son. I think like a 14 or 15-year-old. My son was 16 or 17 and another one that was like 16, I think. These women were like almost 30 years old. But they went after my son, put their hands on my son. I didn't hit him or nothing, but put my hands on my son. Now, my son can protect himself, but he was taught you don't hit a woman. Never hit a woman. So he just got himself out of, out of her grip. She grabbed him because she said, why are you, flashing that thing in my eyes? And they're all like, we weren't flashing your eyes. We were flashing at the building. But they were drunk. That's why I can't stand people that get drunk and stupid. It's okay to have fun. But when you get so drunk you get kicked out of a bar, you're being dumb, But anyways, so they put their hands on. Well, I'm in the middle of doing a pedicure on myself. And, of course, my aunt and uncle were called because somebody went to the manager and called, told him what happened because that was their nephew. So they were coming to me too, but they went to my aunt and uncle first and had them call the police because these girls had put their hands on my son and a couple other boys. And right after that, I get a knock at the door and I say, come on in. And my good friend that lives there come running in and said, your son, right now, just 3 women put their hands on your son. Well, I don't know the story yet. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if he got beat up or what happened, but I said, what? And I mean, that was it. I jumped out of the pedicure, ran outside barefoot through the gravel, the rocks, everything. Ran out to that pavement. And oh yeah, they had to stop me. Somebody jumped in front of me because when I heard that somebody had put their hands on my son and I saw the 3 standing there and I thought, oh my God, they're grown adults and they put their hands on my son. I didn't know the whole story yet. I went to lunge at her and my friend that lived there that came to get me stopped me. She stood in front of me, but of course protecting me. But I'm going, yeah, all out and not very Christian words because that's my son. That's my child. And these women, I didn't know what they did yet. But I guess they got their hands on my son, but my son just pulled from the lack of them. And, got away or whatever, and then went and somebody saw that and they brought Dylan to David and Marie. My aunt and uncle. Brought them to them. And I brought him to them because they're the managers of the complex, so we need to get the police out there. And then told me, oh yeah, I ran out there and like I said, they had to stop me. 2 of the girls that live there are good friends of mine, got in front of me. Had to stop me because there's no stopping you when it comes to your child. I'm sure you understand. That's when that mama bear kicks in. Doesn't matter how small I am. These women were big girls, very big girls, tall, big, massive. Some of them were overweight. This is after I had lost my weight and everything. And yeah, they were bigger women, but it didn't matter to me. I don't care. I would have taken all 3 on at once when it comes to my child. And so they're cussing and swearing and saying some horrible things, and I'm about my kid, and my kid was shining his light in her face, and he had no right to do that. He's like, Mom, I wasn't. When the cops got there, they took her aside to talk. They talked to us and everything, what was going on, and I was so mad because they never got arrested. They never did. I don't know how they put their hands on my son, and there was witnesses all here that seen it. And you're doing nothing about it. Even my aunt and uncle who were the managers there, even telling the police, he's like, well, we're going to just have them go home. They're really drunk. We're just going to have them go home. And I said, wait a minute. They put their hands on my son. My son is a minor. They're all adults. They put their hands on and I said, oh, I was so mad. And they're still screaming things at me. And I'm like, if you don't do something, I'm like, if this is how this goes, I'm going to take care of what I have to take care of. Of course, I had to calm down. Everybody's like, Angel, calm down, relax. Don't say that, Because watch, I'll be the one arrested. But the girl's going, come on, bitch, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. I don't care what they would have done to me, but when it comes to my child, it's like I couldn't believe that they didn't get arrested, and I was so upset with that. But I just ran right out. When after they were cutting my aunt down, my aunt's the manager there, calling her names, calling her an effing CU, you know. Hate that word. So that was making me mad. And then Dylan at that point is getting mad now too, because that's his aunt and uncle, his godparents. Yeah, he was really getting mad. My uncle was, because that's his wife. And my aunt is a saint. I swear if you look closely, you'll see a halo. She's a saint. She doesn't, like, I can't find flaws in her. I know we all make mistakes, but she secretly has a halo. She really is a good Christian and a good woman. Nobody should ever call her that. But she also was there to protect Dylan too. We love Dylan so much. And so I just couldn't believe it when my friend came in and told me that there's a woman out there that had put their hands on my son. And I didn't know what I was coming out to. Hold on just one sec, you guys. I'm back. Sorry. I had to unlock the door for my husband. But anyways, yeah, like I was just so upset about this because I didn't know anything when I went out there. And I'm thinking, why? Who would put their hands on him? I don't know what I'm expecting. I'm a mother. Very protective. I just couldn't believe they got away with this. They called down to the bar, and even the bar said they got kicked out of there because they were being very rude and mean to the customers there. The cops still didn't do anything. I just couldn't believe it. But they got taken care of. They left. They weren't allowed to come back. He said, if you come back, you're going to be arrested. So they stayed away. But for a couple of days, they were driving the car by, yelling things out to me. And I'm going to kill you, B-I-T-C-H, and stuff like that. Oh, yeah, there was a lot of things being said. And, of course, it's my word against theirs. And I wasn't afraid or anything of it. I just thought they're just all talk, you know. They were just mad. But they didn't end up having to go to jail or anything. So that's probably why I was okay. But, yeah, they were trying to get other people involved in it and stuff. And just thank God it finally calmed down. I prayed about it. Finally calmed down. I told my son to stay away. And, like, I was afraid that they were going to try to hurt him in some other form. Because, you know, he came to get everybody and the police were involved. Oh, hi.
Hi, guys. How are you? You guys are looking good today. Yeah. Anyway, I gotta get going, so I didn't want you to stop this.
I made French toast. You gotta try by Keto French toast. Tell me if that is not good.
Oh my gosh.
Doesn't it taste like regular French toast?
That's so good.
See, guys, it's good. You gotta try it. Yum. All done. That was a great break fast. Because that's what you're doing when you have your first meal. You're breaking your fast. Breakfast. Oh.
Hey, I'm gonna go.
Okay.
So.
How long have you gone?
Depends, you know. All depends. I was gonna say something funny. I gotta keep my mouth shut.
Yeah, I still have a little bit more of this video left. Otherwise, I would.
Okay.
I would go with you if you want to wait, but I got like about 10 more minutes left.
Did you want to lock the door?
I will as soon as I'm done. That's fine.
Alright. Bye, guys. Love you.
What about me? Don't you love me?
Yeah.
Just be careful of the strip there.
Ah.
Love you. Okay. All right, I'll see you in a little bit. Then you'll be back in like about a half hour or so.
Sure.
Will you?
Yeah.
I mean, how much more do you have to do?
Just I gotta go to a couple more places and that's it. But tell my YouTube fam I love them.
I will. So you're not gonna be gone for a couple hours, right? Just for a little bit longer.
Oh, and if Jennifer's watching this, got a special like for you.
She's definitely watching. She always does. That's my best bud. Okay, when I'm done, I'll just give you a call, but answer the phone, okay?
Yeah.
And then you can just let me know what you're doing or whatever, but I could have went with you if you gave me another 5 or 10 minutes here.
I'll just be quick.
Okay. I'll lock him as soon as I'm done. I'm almost done. Okay, sorry, guys. Anyways, there's my tomatoes. Delicious. Yum, yum, yum. I love tomatoes. I love the tomatoes and the cucumbers. I'm really getting hooked on those tomatoes. I like them. Just got to be careful because tomatoes are a little bit more carby. So where I could have like a whole cucumber with the ranch and it would only be like 2, 3, 4, I think like 4 carbs. So no, mini. 4 carbs. But the tomatoes there for just 4 of those cherry tomatoes, and they're a little bit of the bigger tomatoes. 4 of the cherry tomatoes, that was like 4, and then with what is it, or 3, like 3, and then with the ranch dressing 4, 5. So it'd be like 5. So the cucumber would only be like 3, and this was like 5. No, mini, you're gonna pull that cord. No. All right, so we'll get this finished up here. We'll have a little bit more of this. Whoops. And then we'll get off. I'm just going to eat a little bit of it. I did a serving of whipped cream there. And then, whoa. Whoa, I'm pretty strong there. My arm went flying. Let's put that up there. All right. Oh, God, Butterfingers now. Butterfinger. That's not a Butterfinger. Those are Reese's. But yeah, I love these. I mean, they're a really good size. They're the size of the, the Reese's peanut butter cups that we get. And they are good. I love them so much. Look at that, you guys. Oh my God. Yum, yum, yum. I love them. So we're just mixing this up here. I'm going to try not to talk when I eat the yogurt because a couple of my videos, I see me eating the yogurt and talking, and it's not very attractive. It doesn't look very good with that white in your mouth and you're talking. And yeah, it doesn't look good. You can eat anything, but that yogurt just wasn't looking good. So, but I got the 2 cups here left, my yogurt here, my tea, and I'm going to have my water. I don't drink very much of it. But I will. We'll definitely get that water in too. I've already done a bunch of water today. So, take my bite of that. And I'm going to finish this up off camera. I'm going to finish the rest of this up. But anyways, let me finish this. Yum. God, those peanut butter cups are so good. You definitely got to try them out. Even if you're just starting off and you want to treat once in a while, that's okay to have those. Just don't have them every day. Myself, even in maintenance, I only do them once a week. So sometimes twice. But again, I could have them every day if I wanted to, because I'm in maintenance mode. But anyways, I hope all of you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you definitely got a chance to see the video yesterday, try out the French toast, and sit down with me and try it out. I hope you're enjoying my videos, or tried out another one of my recipes. Like I said, hopefully I got back to everybody that needed the help. And if anybody else needs help, go ahead and contact me. I'd love to help you. Thank you for all the new subscribers, you guys. I appreciate it. Please keep, continue to get the word out and spread it if people need help. Or just love to, see nails and outfits and toes and all that, because I do that as well. I'm here to help. I'm here to help with, guiding people and understanding the Lord and getting a personal relationship with the Lord and getting their salvation. I love to help with keto. I love to help and share fashion and nail art with all you guys. So I have a multi-channel and I enjoy it so much. And I enjoy all of you guys too. Remember, let's be the light. What was it that we read? I don't want to say it wrong because that's Jesus' word. Let your light shine. Jesus is the light of the world, but let your light shine, letting Jesus shine through you so that people can see that. Everybody take care. God bless, and I will see each and every one of you in my very next upload. Always remember to get into those scriptures and get a personal relationship with the Lord. I love you guys.